We live?
Yesterday, the Cub community lost one of our own. Senior Braun Levy was a varsity tennis captain, senior big brother, and member of student council. However, Braun sadly passed away yesterday. Braun will always remain in Loyola hearts, and to honor his legacy, the Loyola players are all wearing a ribbon with his initials, as well as a B and L painted behind home plate. We will never forget Braun.
This time, we ask that you keep Braun's family, the Loyola community, in your prayers. Thank you.
Welcome to Hank Hernandez Memorial Field, senior night, and a big night for Loyola. We got Harvard Westlake, always a good team. They've ran the Mission League for the past few years, but seniors will look to change that, get a big win tonight.
Yeah, in the league, third overall, they can actually overtake Harvard Westlake with a sweep because they're one game behind. This is a two-game set. Head coach Keith Ramsey clinches his first playoff berth as coach here at Loyola High School. They lost their last series 2-1 against Notre Dame. Now for Harvard Westlake.
Yeah, Harvard Westlake, always has some good players. They've got so much talent in the MLB. 3 of their starters already committed to D1s. James Tronstein committed to Stanford, Cade Goldstein committed to UCSB, and Jack Lafitte to Michigan. They're going to be a tough team.
Yeah.
But Loyola playing for more than just themselves today, playing for their friend Braun Levy, who sadly lost yesterday. And the seniors' last regular season game on Hernandez Field, the field they've spent the last 4 years playing. It's a very emotional game today.
Yeah, they lost a brother. A lot of them, for a lot of these players, a lot of these seniors on the field, it's going to be really emotional to take the field. I know, the I've seen seniors crying at school. I've seen seniors really emotional, and I just hope that they just try and honor Braun as best as they can out there.
Yeah, as you see behind home plate, the B and the L, Braun will never be forgotten in his Cub brothers' heart today as they take the field. So Robbie O'Rourke gets the start here on senior night. It's going to be a big challenge going up against these Harvard Westlake batters, but he's up for it.
Yeah, he's up for it. He's got a 3.27 ERA. He's 2-1 record. I'm really excited for him. He's picked up a save this year already. Looking to hang a 0 here in the first.
Yeah, so his first challenge will be James Tronstein, committed to Stanford when he was a freshman in high school. Plays for USA junior team. So Robbie will get us started on senior night. His first pitch is taken for a ball. This is low.
It's a bit of a colder day here. It's around 60 in the 60 degrees range, 67 degrees, 8 miles an hour to center field is the wind.
Tronstein fouls that one off. Yeah, weather perfect. No tricky shadows. No sunlight in your eye. No tricky wind. Just everything is straightforward. Clouds overhead. 1-1 from O'Rourke, and that misses low.
One thing I will say, sometimes in the clouds, a fly ball can sometimes get lost in the clouds. The clouds are white. Baseball is white. Sometimes you'll have to look for the seams flying in the air to track the ball.
Two one from Robbie. And Tronstein hits that one out to left. Going back, and that's gone. The Stanford commit leads it off with a solo shot. Hits a car out and left. And that's the danger these batters pose. There's a reason he committed to Stanford as a freshman.
Yeah, this is what we're in for. All you can do is just throw strikes and hope that your defense can get some outs, but that one was just demolished. Took that fastball inside, hammered it over that left field fence, which typically tends to be the harder one to hit it out. But he took that one, and now he's got another test. He's got Kate Goldstein, the Santa Barbara commit.
Yeah. Doesn't get any easier here.
Yeah.
Goldstein, as he said, committed to Santa Barbara. Playing short for the Wolverines today. He takes strike one. Yeah, how demoralizing is it to give up a leadoff home run?
Yeah, it's a punch in the face. There you go. Like punched right in the mouth. Boom, the shock is right there. You're down 1-0, but I do believe this Loyola team can punch back as we've seen in previous games before.
Yeah, Cubs no stranger from playing behind. They've been able to win from behind in some deep holes, 4 or 5 runs down.
Yeah.
Come back to win.
The thing is, you want to find different types of ways to win. You want to be winning in all types of ways. You want to slug your way to win. You want to grind your way to win. Come back. Beat another team up. And they're going to be starting behind here as Tronstein took that ball way out of here.
So 2-2. And Goldstein pokes that one into left. No problem for Robbie Papel, and there's one down. Good way to bounce back.
Yeah.
Needed an out there.
Yeah, but that was some pretty hard contact. We're seeing here some pretty hard high exit velo contact from Harvard Westlake. Looking like it might be a long night for Loyola pitching.
So with one out, that will bring up the Michigan commit, Jack Lafitte, playing third for Harvard Westlake today. Going from one Wolverine to the other.
Yeah.
And it takes a pitch low for ball one.
Just so you know, this is the last of the known commits we have in the lineup. But
Lafitte puts that one on the ground. Delamico's got it. Flip to O'Rourke, 2 away.
as I was saying, this lineup is very deep, 1 through 9. Their 9-hole hitter Nate Blum is one of the top sophomore catchers in the country. So he put up a show in Texas when they faced off against Marcus High School in the Lone Star State. So it'll definitely be a tough task for Robbie.
Harvard
Gotta
Westlake.
get this lineup.
Harvard Westlake, you see staggering the order, going right, left, right, left.
Yeah.
Bring up Jake Kim, designated hitter.
The staggered lineup is something I really love from when teams try to do that. So basically, sometimes you'll have lefty specialists and righty specialists. That basically gets thrown out the window when you have a staggered line. You have to go with your best guy every single time and pray he gets the next guy out.
Yeah, Robbie O'Rourke on the mound. If you're just joining us, Harvard Westlake led off with a solo shot into left field by James Tronstein as Kim skies that one, but Clardy's got it. That will end the inning. So O'Rourke bounces back after the leadoff home run, but it's 1-0 Harvard Westlake as we head to the bottom of the first. So Loyola will look to respond after that hot start by Harvard Westlake. Jack Murray once again leading off. He's one of our D1 commits, committed to play USC. Usually pretty good out of that leadoff spot. There's a reason he's hitting there.
Yeah, you want to get on. That's your big thing. You want to apply pressure, traffic on the bases, punch back.
On the mound for Harvard Westlake is Justin Kirchner. No stats available for Harvard Westlake.
Yeah,
they don't make it public.
Yeah, they're so. Oh, that guy goes to Michigan. That guy's not that good, man. Come on, man.
So Murray's quickly ahead 2-0.
I find that a little frustrating. They didn't want to send me their stats. It's like everybody knows how good Harvard Westlake is. It's just stats at that point.
Murray attacks the 2-0 pitch. Skies it foul. Out of play.
Yeah, Murray is batting .262 here so far this year. .466 on base percentage. So he plays his leadoff hitter role well.
Swings and misses at the 2-1, 2-2 count. Yeah, really good at working the walk. We've seen the Loyola batters just in general. I saw that last game against Notre Dame. Had like 6 runs in the first inning before they got their first hit.
Yeah. No thanks to a few hit by pitches, though.
That's true. 2-2, and Murray takes outside, so he's got the count full.
I believe he's also sponsored by Franklin as well.
So the ball has been found out in left field. Tronstein's home run claimed by a fan. 3-2 to Murray. And we saw works the walk, what he does best. And Loyola have the leadoff runner on.
Yeah, and the speed is what's huge. You get the speed. You get the pitcher thinking he's got to worry about the batter. He's got to worry about the runner. And that opens up the possibility for a bad pitch being left over the middle. Can't find and locate.
So with one runner on, Luca Marucci up to bat. Playing catcher as always. Takes ball 1. Kirshner struggling a little to locate.
Yeah.
Tronstein rocking the backwards sunglasses. You like that?
I don't know why you bring
Interesting style.
Don't know why you bother bringing the sunglasses when it's cloudy. I guess maybe the sun still affects through the clouds.
Aren't they red and black?
Yeah, Harvard Westlake, interesting uniform combination.
They're usually red, black, and gold.
Yeah, usually we see the red, the black. We got the gray today with the white hats.
I actually really liked their uniforms last year. They had a black and gold thread.
Gold and red.
And then they also had a camo thread last year. So
Stop the thing.
Pickoff attempt, but Murray's back in.
whoa.
Kirshner, 6 of his first 8 pitches have missed the zone. Little nerves, struggling to locate early. We've seen that countless times from these opposing pitchers. As Marucci fouls that one off onto Venice Boulevard. Just hit a school bus.
Yikes. But this is what you want. You want pressure on the pitcher. Even if you don't score here, it's fine because there's pressure on the pitcher and you're flipping the lineup faster. So you get more chances for the top of the order.
2-1, and Marucci again takes a ball. Walt Irvine on deck. Could have a big RBI opportunity.
Harvard Westlake a little lucky. The wind's not too bad. Because the outfielders definitely have trouble with the wind when it's blowing out to center field.
So the 3-1 to Marucci misses inside. Back-to-back walks to start the first for Loyola. And Walt's got a good chance to drive in a run. He's going to get a mound meeting here for a second. Harvard Westlake, it's a tough series against Crespi last time out. Crespi obviously just won the Mission League.
Yeah, they lost the Mission League this year. And this was actually their worst season, record-wise, since 2010. The last time they got their win total was in 2010.
It's crazy. They're 11-4 also, which you would think one of the better records, but that just shows you the standards Harvard Westlake have when it comes to baseball.
They were actually in the Southern Section Championship last year against Corona. They lost that one, but still they made it very far.
Just countless MLB names have come out of that school. Max Fried, Jack Flaherty, Pete Crow Armstrong.
Yeah. Looks back. He's in his head. Murray's definitely in his head. That's what you want.
Yeah, that's what we've seen from Loyola. They get to pitchers early because they're so patient. They draw walks and they have speed that threatens the pitcher. Always got that in the back of their mind.
I always like to think this. The speed is not as important as the threat of the speed. The threat of the speed is so important for the pitcher. He's constantly thinking about that, especially when he lets him on base.
Yeah, exactly. Last game we saw so many wild pitches where that's just free stolen bases. They don't even have to steal.
Yeah.
They can just walk over there. 1-0 from Kirshner, and he misses again. Kirshner really struggling out there just to find the zone.
Let's see if the volleyball team maybe comes around. See if they come out from practice. Cheer on the baseball team. They definitely have an effect.
Pickoff, but Murray's back in time. Murray saw that one late, but he's able to get there safely. Saw Nate Blum just creeping over there. So 2-0 to Urban, and he fouls one off. Don't think Kirshner's gotten a single swing and a miss yet.
Not yet. And that means that Loyola's seeing him well. They're taking the pitches that they know they cannot hit, and the ones they think they can, they'll off route it if it's good enough. It's like Tronstein shifting over to his right.
2-1, and there's a called strike.
Hung that curveball. He's been hanging his curveballs early on so far. That looked like curveball, knuckle curve. Angle's not really that great here from center, but we're a little offset to the left, so it favors lefties.
So 2-2. Kirshner delivers, and he misses high. Almost got Urban.
Yeah.
But now big pitch coming from Kirshner. You do not want to load the bases with nobody out.
Yeah, especially with Delamico up there next. He's got a contact bat. He's also got some power. Maybe a granny chance here.
So the big pitch coming right now. 3-2 to Urban from Kirshner. And time called. No, wait. Yeah, time is called. That time was called. Kirshner did not hear it. Started his motion. Loyola dugout thought it should have been a balk, but time was called first. A little confusing right there.
You'll take that if you're Loyola. You're getting under the pitcher's skin right there.
So Urban steps in again. Murray leads at second. Marucci leads at first. 3-2 pitch. Called strike 3.
Got him.
That's a big out for Kirshner. Gets his first strikeout of the day. Just clipping the top of the zone.
That was a hanging curveball. That's the ones you dream of as a hitter, but it looked like Urban was buckled a little bit there.
Yeah, maybe not expecting off speed right there.
Yeah.
I'll bring in James Delamico playing first. Delamico hitting .250, two home runs, 7 RBIs this year. He can also draw some walks, as now we're going to have a mound visit. Kirshner just struggling to locate a little.
Oh, they're going to send a coach out there, so that's 1 for the inning for Harvard Westlake.
Yeah, Drew Rico going to talk to his pitcher. We'll step aside for a moment. Loyola dugout getting behind their man right here. Delamico has got a chance to get them back in this. They trail 1-0 thanks to James Tronstein home run in the first for Harvard Westlake. 1-0 pitch from Kirshner. Swung on and missed.
Who blew that fastball right by him.
Yeah,
The Express wasn't ready for it.
finally got his first swing and a miss. Delamico in attack mode, though.
I think that gives some confidence to Kirshner and his stuff. I'd expect less tentative approaches from him.
1-1. And another swing and a miss. Kirshner feeling it a little after that mound visit.
Yeah, Delamico's a little too excited up there. He's a little too ready. He's a bit anxious. Swung and missed at that pitch. 2 fastballs high. You don't want to be too antsy at the plate.
So the 1-2. Ooh, just missed.
Might have gotten away
We
with
may have gotten away with that one. I was ready for the punch out, but Delamico gets another chance.
Changing up.
Yeah. I'd expect a breaking ball here. Low and away. If you can execute it.
He misses high.
That was a fastball.
Just tried to blow one by like he did on the first 2 strikes.
He overthrew that one. That's what happened.
So again, the count is full. Brandon Bendel on deck. I mean, you obviously don't have to throw. It's not the end of the world if you walk him here, but it would get a little nerve-wracking if you do load the bases with only 1 out.
Oh, got him.
But he gets a good pitch, froze Delamico with an off-speed, and Kirshner gets his second strikeout of the inning.
Doesn't seem that the Loyola hitters are ready for that 3-2 curve. That's 2 straight curves that are hanging curveballs that are, I thought especially that curveball was a really good pitch to hit, but Delamico was just not ready for it. Perhaps maybe the fastball up high set it up. We don't know, but
Yeah, well, the Loyola
strikeouts.
batters, 2 walks and 2 strikeouts looking. Still yet to put the ball in play as Bendel fouls one off. Don't want to waste the first 2 guys getting walks. It's a big opportunity, and you're not going to get many of those against a team like Harvard Westlake.
yeah. Seems that Kirshner's more composed up there on the mound.
Yeah, the mound visit helped him. And he delivers. That's a good pitch. So Kirshner, a strike away from getting out of the first unharmed. Oh, 2. Swing and a miss. Kirshner responds after the 2 walks, strikes out 3. We'll head to the top of the second. Harvard Westlake 1, Loyola nothing. Back at Hernandez Field for the second inning. Miguel Villegas Leads off for Harvard Westlake. O'Rourke gave up the leadoff homer, but then responded perfectly after that. Got 3 quick outs. See if he can keep his groove. And he delivers a nice off-speed pitch. Strike 1.
I actually know Miguel very well. I had the same hitting coach with him during middle school. And his brother actually goes to Loyola, Alejandro. He's on the JV squad for baseball. And he's on the freshman team for basketball, too. So, very talented, athletic family there.
Yeah, a lot of connections between these two schools. A lot of friends between the teams.
Obviously, Loyola and Harvard Westlake, 2 of the most premier schools in Los Angeles.
Yeah. Maybe you'd even say the 2 most well-known schools in the area.
Yeah.
As O'Rourke
Oh
gets a
my.
good swing and a miss. He sends Villegas down on 3 strikes. Perfect start to the inning.
That was a sword, man. That was a beautiful curveball. Caught him chasing into the dirt.
So the 1 out will bring up the right fielder, Ira Rootman. A lot of sophomores on this Harvard Westlake squad. They're a
Yeah.
younger team.
Their 2027 class was exceptional.
Rootman sends one into center. Urban chasing. Urban gets there. Nice running play by Walt. And there's 2 away. He robs Rootman of a hit.
Yeah, he definitely drove that one into center field. Definitely made you hold your breath there, as you didn't know if Urban wasn't going to get there, but he got there.
Yeah, the hoodie didn't slow him down too much.
Yeah.
So Drew Rico, the catcher, up. 2 outs. 2 quick outs for O'Rourke also. Only 4 pitches thrown so far this inning. And there's a bunt, but he holds back. Called strike anyway.
Yeah, this is a young lineup for Harvard Westlake. Their 2027 class was really good. They had Jake Kim, they had Ira Rootman, Nate Blum, all starting right now.
O'Rourke doesn't get the call there, so it counts 1-1. O'Rourke, though, gave up that leadoff homer. I mean, always got to be kind of tough to give up a leadoff homer, especially against this team. But he's responded well. 5 quick outs.
Yeah,
Looking to get out of the second.
his confidence hasn't
As he
wavered.
gets the pop-up. Clarity under it, but it's going to be called by Rapp, who makes the play. So 1, 2, 3, go the Wolverines. O'Rourke, great second inning. We'll hope the Bats can tie this one up in the bottom of the second. Robbie Papel leading off in the second inning. He's had some good pitching outings when we've broadcasted. Two saves. Came in last game. No save situation, but still shut down Notre Dame.
Right now is Robbie Papel, but I hope hopefully the Terminator will be back tonight here for.
He goes after the first pitch, but pops it up. Rootman coming in, makes the catch. Good communication there by Harvard Westlake. We could hear them just screaming his name. It looked like Blum wanted it for a second, but then Rootman called him off.
Yeah, we saw Rootman, Villegas, and Blum all descending on the ball. And I just heard calls of Ira. So that's great communication. Obviously, high standard. They do the little things right.
So Davis Bender, always a threat with his legs. He's got some crazy speed. Not too rare to see a triple from him.
Yeah, we'll see. Sometimes he hits it over this cove. I don't know if you want to put the camera on there. Oh,
Bender grounds one to third, and Lafitte delivers the throw to Villegas. So 2 quick outs for Kirshner, who struggled a bit in the first inning before striking out 3 batters.
I was saying, Jacob, you want to put the camera on there? There's this little cove right here to our left, center field. That's where a lot of triples go. If you hit it
Down.
to that right here, to that right center angle, it can be confusing for.
Yo. Gasco's coming in. We've got an early pinch hitter, Jackson Gasco, into the game. Jackson had been injured all season. This is great to see him coming in here on senior night, last game for Loyola, last regular season game at Loyola. Still got playoffs.
Yeah, obviously his family obviously has a long history here at Loyola. Go to the weightlifting room. His dad was actually the football player of the year of, I want to say, sometime in the 90s, but
Been a football coach for years.
Yeah, his brother Hunter will be coming here next year.
yeah. I also had the same hitting coach as him. I used to hang out with Miguel and at first base for Harvard Westlake and Jackson too. Both members of this Chevy Hills Baseball League. Shout out to them. To anyone watching.
So Jackson's ahead in the count 2-1. Kirshner delivers. And that's another called strike. So 2-2. Kirshner strike away from sending Loyola down 1-2-3.
See if Jackson can make some magic, senior night magic, happen here.
So 2-2 from Kirshner. Oh, he thought he got the call. Tronstein started to run off the field. They've got to do it again. Count is 3-2. We've seen a few full counts now. Kirshner working his pitch count up a little. Harvard Westlake will want to keep an eye on that. So 3-2, 2 outs. And Gasco stays alive.
Yeah, obviously the team and the crowd rooting for him just to get a hit here.
Yeah, great gesture there by Coach Ramsey. We assume it's for senior night. We don't think Rapp got hurt. Hopefully not. He made the catch at the end of the second inning. Gasco swings and misses. So Kirshner, after giving up the 2 leadoff walks in the first, has recorded 6 straight outs, including 4 strikeouts. These Loyola batters just can't seem to crack him yet. But we'll see if they can in the third. Head to the top of the third. Harvard Westlake 1, Loyola nothing. So Robbie O'Rourke, after giving up that leadoff home run to Tronstein, 6 straight outs recorded, a strikeout. He's gotten the pop fly a lot. He's going to face Ethan Price to lead off this inning. Price batting 8th, playing left field.
Hasn't allowed a single runner ever since that home run. He's definitely recovered well. And one thing, Rapp is back in the game now.
Yeah, we just saw Gasku pinch hit for Rapp, but Rapp still playing short.
I think maybe in high school you can put them back in one more time. That's why.
So yeah, we expect Rapp to play the rest of the game probably then. He's not injured, which is what we thought may have happened. There's a good pitch by O'Rourke. It's a swing and a miss from Price.
Perhaps we'll see some more seniors make appearances today.
Yeah, as we said before, senior night today. Last regular season game here at Hernandez Field for these seniors who've been here 4 years. I mean, they got here during COVID. That's how long they've been here.
Exactly.
Spent so much of their last 4 years on this field, probably whether it was practice, game, tryout. That one shot to right and through the middle for a base hit. So Price leads off the inning, and Harvard Westlake have a base runner. Their first base runner since the Tronstein home run, and only the second hit of the game for either team. I'll bring up Nate Blum. You're talking about throws with both hands, actually. Bats from the left, but he can throw with his left and right hand.
Yeah. He's an ambidextrous. He can pitch from the left side.
Yeah, you were saying he plays catcher, and when you're a catcher, you want to be right-handed. Just makes it easier to make that throw down the third. So when he catches, he throws with his right, you were saying, and then when he pitches, throws with his natural left hand.
Yeah.
Today, not catching, though, playing second. But still, just, I mean, you don't really see that at all.
Not every day. I believe he went 3 for 4 in Texas.
He lays down a bunt. Delamico picks it up, but only plays to first. Jack Murray covering. So they'll trade the out to advance the runner as Price gets over to second, and that flips the order back up to James Tronstein, who back in the first inning almost got it to the teacher's parking lot, got it onto 15th Street, took the inside fastball, and just
hammered it.
Yeah,
and no other way to put it. It was gone before it left the ballpark.
O'Rourke looking for revenge. Gets the pop-up. Murray chasing it down. Makes the play. So O'Rourke sends down Tronstein on one pitch, and there's 2 away.
Yeah, looks like he was fooled on that curveball. Didn't expect it to come. Only realized it late. That's why he got jammed a little there. Now I got 2 outs here.
Yeah, it doesn't get any easier, though. You got the UCSB commit, Cade Goldstein. Flew out to the left in his first at-bat. Base hit could score Price here. He's getting a pretty decent lead.
It's 2 outs, though, so running on anything on the ground. Oh,
That gets away from Marucci. Almost bounced over the fence, actually. And that's going to make things a lot easier for Price if there's a ground ball through the infield. So now he's 90 feet away from adding a second run for Harvard Westlake. That one just took a huge bounce off Marucci. I mean, there's that huge fence behind home plate, and it almost went over it.
yeah.
Luckily, it didn't get over because that would have been out of play. Price would have been allowed to score. Count is 1-0 to Goldstein. O'Rourke just couldn't drop that in the zone. As now Ramsey's going to call a timeout and go talk with his pitcher.
That's Coach Freeze, I believe.
Coach Freeze. Yeah, Ramsey's still in the dugout right there. What do you think they're saying right now?
Hey, just calm down. You got 2 outs, and just make your best pitch. You've also got the open base, and you got this guy out before, man. I don't care if it was hit hard. Your defense can make a play. Trust your defense. That's all. Looks like they're ready to go.
All right, so Rourke's ready again. Counts 2-0 to Goldstein. Price is on third with 2 away. Harvard Westlake leading 1-0. The 2-0 and misses high. So counts 3-0 now. 2 away. Don't want to really risk anything, do you?
Yeah.
Maybe just take the walk here.
But you do go to Lafitte, who's a 3-hitter.
Yeah, Michigan commit. 3-0. Gets away from Marucci, but Price just wasn't ready for that one. And he's going to stay put at third. Good covering by O'Rourke. Hustled over to home. But there will be runners at the corners with 2 outs for Jack Lafitte playing third. Grounded out to first in the first inning. So Robbie's just got to settle down. Just 1 out away here. Only his first walk of the game also. And he misses low with the first pitch.
Yeah, you're just, as I said, you're just looking to throw strikes. Not trying to make anything happen.
So the 1-0 from O'Rourke misses outside, and he's missed on 6 straight now.
Yeah, in Texas A&M, they be chanting ball 7 right now. Throw the pitcher off. You just got to control his breathing right now. No action in the Loyola bullpen because he's been pitching so well up to this point.
Yeah, we saw the home run. It was a perfect response from him. Got 6 straight out before the Price single.
Oh.
So now he's missed on 7 straight. Jake Kim, the designated hitter, is on deck.
The bad part here is that these are, even if he gets out of it, those are wasted pitches, and you're flipping through the lineup even faster.
So the 3-0, and that's a good pitch. Lafitte probably told to hold back there.
Yeah, it was.
But still good for the confidence just to see a strike get called.
Yeah, take sign right there. Didn't want to force anything to happen right there.
The 3-1 pitch. Runner goes, but Marucci not too bothered by it. So it's actually called a ball. So the bases are loaded after back-to-back walks for Jake Kim. Now Marucci going to go talk to O'Rourke. We'll step aside for a moment. Bases loaded with 2 outs here in the top of the third. So, big moment here. Jake Kim up. Bases loaded, 2 outs. O'Rourke struggling a little just to find that zone. So he misses on the first one. You see someone out in the bullpen area for Loyola.
That looks like
Is that
Jimmy.
Luke Connon?
I think that's Jimmy Levy out there in right.
It is Jimmy Levy. Matt Favela going there to warm him up. So Levy, we saw him come in last week against Notre Dame. Pitched really well, actually. Maybe getting the call again today.
Yeah, he's a product of the pitching coach Zach Smith, who obviously Evan Alexander on the other side for Harvard Westlake, committed to Penn. Nate Stern, Alex Stern, the Stern brothers.
1-1. Couldn't get Kim to bite, though.
Shout out to Zach if you're watching. I saw him on his story. He was watching the last stream actually. So, this is Enzo, by the way. I went to Arizona with you.
Two one is the count. Rourke just got to settle himself. It's only one out away. Just needs one ground ball, one pop fly, and I'll end the inning.
Oh, my.
Kim crushes that one to right. It's gone.
Grand slam.
Off of the Caruso Hall. Jake Kim hits a grand slam here in the third. It is 5-0 Harvard Westlake.
That was just a laser. Didn't have a whole lot of distance behind it, but doesn't take a lot to hit it out or right. Shorter than Yankee Stadium. That was a missile in a right. He crushed it. 5-0 Harvard Westlake. And this game might be slowly getting out of reach for Loyola.
Don't think Rick Caruso intended for his building to be getting smacked with home runs when he donated it a few years ago.
Yeah.
But Jake Kim just launched that one off of Caruso Hall.
That
5-0.
thing was
Harvard
still
Westlake.
headed up.
Yeah.
When it hit the.
Got out quick. I mean, Bender just looked up and it was already over his head.
Yeah.
And that one's going to squeak past Clarity. That was Villegas, who reaches now with 2 outs. And his 2-out rally just been demoralizing. Back-to-back walks and a grand slam and now a single.
Yeah, he looked like he had his groove. He hit his stride. He had a rhythm. He got 6 consecutive outs, and now he's got allowed 4 runs so far in this inning. Might be headed upwards considering how well they're seeing O'Rourke now. Wouldn't be surprised if Levy comes into the game soon.
Yeah, Levy in the pen. See if O'Rourke can get out of this jam. Not a jam, really, but a rally that Harvard Westlake could put together. Price singled to start the inning, but then it was 2 quick outs, getting Blum and Tronstein by O'Rourke. But then just the walks, we've seen that as an issue for all high school pitchers. And then Kim with 2 outs, grand slam. That hurts. So 1-0 to Rootman. Smokes it on the ground past Clarity. It's going to head towards the bullpen area. Papel's throw cut off. It's a double for Ira Rootman, and this 2-out rally for the Wolverines continues.
That's 2 straight balls that went straight to Clarity. Couldn't make a play out of that one. And
That might be it for Robbie O'Rourke. Yep. O'Rourke goes 2 2/3, but Harvard Westlake batters get to him. 2 home runs, 5 runs in total. Jimmy Levy will come in to relieve him. We'll be back in a second. Jimmy Levy in the game to relieve Robbie O'Rourke. O'Rourke goes 2 2/3, 5 runs allowed though, and that grand slam by Kim, just killer. An out away from getting through 3 with only 1 run allowed.
And the rally's still going. It's still going on.
Yeah, Rico now the 9th Harvard Westlake batter. So all 9 of them have come to the plate this inning. Started with Ethan Price having that single. But then it was really Goldstein's walk that started this rally.
So it's Jimmy pitching now. I remember I did a lesson with him and Zach. Pacific Coast one time, Zach Smith, pitching coach. Shout out to Zach. Now he's probably watching now, since it's Jimmy pitching. So it's me, Enzo DeSena. I went to Arizona with you a couple times. Did some tournaments top level. So great guy.
Top level got a few players on both teams in
Yeah.
this game. See, most of the Harvard Westlake guys play for Legacy, but a few of them for top level.
And I know that Crespi, a lot of them play for MVP Hustle. That's their club team. Well, de facto, it's not technically that way, but
That one fouled off by Rico.
my friend Aiden plays for Harvard Westlake. Crespi, and they say they have a mini rivalry with MVP with Legacy because he plays for MVP Hustle and Crespi, and a lot of the Harvard Westlake players play for MVP Hustle.
So can Jimmy finally get us out of this inning? He can. He gets a swing and a miss from Rico. Nice pitch there by Jimmy, but the damage is done. Jake Kim's grand slam gives Harvard Westlake a 5-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the 3rd. So Loyola will look to bounce back for that 4-run inning from Harvard Westlake. Down 5 against the Wolverines, but they've been in this spot before. They've won from this spot. That Bishop Alemany game we did, they were down 4-0 after the first inning and came back 1-5-4 on senior night. They'll have some extra motivation with Braun also.
It was led by this man too. It was led by Wyatt Clorty. He hit a couple extra base hits that game. He's definitely a powder keg of energy at the bottom of the lineup. He sets the table for the top.
Yeah, and these Loyola players, they're not going to give up on this one. Last home game, we mentioned all the emotions from what happened yesterday. So they're going to give it their best, try to mount a comeback here. It won't be the easiest thing to do, obviously, against Harvard Westlake.
They'll leave it their all out there.
Yeah.
That's just all you want. Win or lose, the emotions are running high. You just want them to leave it out there. Leave every single bit of blood, sweat, and tears out there. Obviously, 2 years ago, the Loyola baseball dealt with this after the death of Ryan Times. We remember that. When especially it hit extremely harder for the Loyola baseball community because he was on that team. So, and he was a very integral part of that team. He was known as the Night Killer because of his tremendous performances against Notre Dame.
Clardy, that's a base hit. Cut off by Rootman, but Wyatt's got himself a single to lead off the inning, and that may just be what the Cubs need. Leadoff base runner. And the lineup flips over now. Jack Murray up with the runner on.
Yep, first hit of the game. They need that. They need to be seeing the ball really well out of the bat, out of the hand. And let's see, maybe Murray draws a walk, picks up another base hit.
Seems like Wyatt's always the guy that just sparks something. He bats ninth, but he has a lot of hits. Bats ninth really just so the top of the order has a guy on.
That's intentional.
When he comes up.
That's definitely intentional because
Murray puts that one high. Tronstein tracking it, but Price calls it and makes the first out.
As I was saying, that's intentional because traditionally your best guy who gets on base bats leadoff. Then your best guys are 3, 4, and 5. But Moneyball changed everything. Theoretically, you want your best guy hitting leadoff, getting the most at bats as possible. And then you want some guys who can get on at the bottom of the lineup. So that way, your top of the lineup has batters on to drive them home.
Luca Marucci up now. Drew a walk in his first at-bat, so he's 0 for 0.
Don't think we'll see clarity in motion here because they're down 5-0. The last thing you're worried about is an extra base.
There's a pickoff move, but Clardy's back in time. Notice for all the righties, Tronstein is shifted really far right in center field, and Rootman, though, stays kind of tight to the line. So there's that huge gap in between them, and obviously we've got the little cove out there in right center. So if a Loyola batter can just shoot one into that gap, could cause havoc for Harvard Westlake.
Yeah, it should motivate the batters to just change their approach. Like, hey, dude, we're not going to hit it over the fence. Like, it'd be great if we do, but we're probably not. It's better just take it the other way. You get singles, doubles, maybe a triple comes out of it. And that's how you put pressure on your opponent.
Marucci ahead in the count, 2-1. Loyola just need to take this one batter at a time. There's no play you can score 5 runs on.
There's no 5-run home run. It's like in basketball when there's no 20-point shot. You gotta trim it down little by little. Same in baseball. And the effect won't be immediate, ever. It'll be 5-1, 5-2. Keep it competitive. Keep the pressure on. Offense will stay relentless.
Marucci hits that one pretty well out to right, but Rootman's going to have it at the track. Marucci just missed a 2-run shot. Looked like it was carrying, but just kind of died at the track.
Yeah, he was jammed on that one a little bit. Got under it. Got jammed. Couldn't really hit it on a line. If he hit it on a line, that ball would have been screaming out. But it's...
So, yeah, with 2 outs Brings up Walt Urbon. Hopefully he can get wide around the bases. Loyola batters, though, making some contact this inning. And some good contact at that. White just able to get back. Usually we have some wind for these games. If we had some, that may have gotten over the right field fence. Braun goes after that one. Pops it up towards first. And that is caught by Villegas. So Clardy's leadoff single leads to nothing. Head to the top of the fourth. Harvard Westlake 5, Loyola 0. So for the second inning in a row, it's Ethan Price leading off for Harvard Westlake. All 9 of their batters came to the plate in that third inning. Jimmy Levy still in the game.
Oh, yikes. Little freshman almost just ran into a wall trying to catch that ball. And mentioned this, Price's base hit started the rally that knocked in 4. Got that base hit, broke the streak that O'Rourke was in.
So Jimmy down 3-1 in this count. Blum on deck. Three-one delivery popped up by Price, but that's going to get out of play. Onto the roof of the field house, that one. So it counts full to Price. And out to lead off the inning would be big here. Levy delivers. Levy gets a swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Jimmy Levy. And there's one gone in the top of the fourth.
And it'd be great if you could end the inning with Tronstein, who's obviously the biggest threat in this Harvard Westlake lineup. You want to the ideal is you get Blum and Tronstein, and then you have Goldstein and Lafitte next, but at least Tronstein won't have the chance to pass the torch to
Blum going to try to lay down a
middle.
bunt. Rolls foul. Clardy had that covered anyway, though. Yeah, Tronstein on deck for Harvard Westlake. A 1 from Levy misses high. Levy's been able to really get the strikeout lately. We saw against Notre Dame last week, had I think 3 or 4 strikeouts, and then today, 2 batters he's faced, both of them he struck out. Two one. Levy gets a swing and a miss.
Oh, got him.
2-2 pitch called, strike 3. Levy sits down another.
He knew it. That was a beautiful pitch. And he is in a groove right now. Let's see if he can get Tronstein right here.
Yeah, so for the first time today, Levy will face Tronstein in the top of this Harvard Westlake order. Tronstein 1 for 2 today, had that leadoff homer, but then flew out to Jack Murray. Little pop-up, actually, back in the 3rd inning. He'll take ball 1. So Jimmy struck out the first 3 batters he's faced. So Luca Marucci just talking with him for a moment. We're back here, though. 1-0's the count to Tronstein. Tronstein shows bunt and lays it down. That one's going to roll foul.
Perhaps they're getting a little desperate up there. Can't get him with the bat, so you got to bunt.
So it counts 1-1 after that failed bunt attempt. Clardy not playing really that shallow. Probably doesn't expect Tronstein to lay one down again. Levy delivers and misses badly on that one.
Don't want to get this guy up because that middle of the Harvard Westlake lineup is rare to go.
So the 2-1 pitch misses again. He's missed. All 3 balls have been outside and low. They wanted to keep it away from Tronstein. We saw his home run was high and inside. And he just turned on it.
Yeah. Cleared those hips, slotted higher, recognized it early. That's the key. You have to recognize those pitches early and react correctly.
The 3-1. Tronstein, it's sky high towards the Loyola dugout. Clardy won't have a play. It gets foul.
Oh,
So
get it.
the count is full. 2 outs for Tronstein.
Caught it anyway, just off the dugout. But yes, Tronstein just hammered that ball. He launched it with
So full count. 2 away. Levy a chance to end the 4th. And he gets a foul ball. Tronstein crushes that one, but way left. Not sure if it had the distance.
wonder how these kids fare with all these pop-ups flying into their school. Wonder if there's like a signal for them. Heads up.
3-2 again, but Tronstein takes ball 4. And the Harvard Westlake leadoff man is on with 2 away for Cade Goldstein.
This could be the start of another 2-out rally. You don't know. Could be. So hopefully Levy can clamp this down. But we remember aside from the hit, 2 outs, it started with a walk. Wasn't another hit, it was just a walk.
Goldstein takes a curveball for strike one. Good pitch there by Jimmy. Levy just making sure Tronstein's not getting too big of a lead. Kind of just tossed that over, though.
Yeah.
I don't think he really had an intention of getting Tronstein out. Oh, just wanted to keep him tight to the bag.
Maybe need an excuse to flip to the signs again. That could be another reason why.
Oh, 1 to Goldstein. Good pitch. Counts 0-2, and Jimmy's just 1 strike away from ending the 4th. Again, looking at Tronstein. He's back in time. Tronstein goes. Throw by Marucci.
No.
Behind him. So Tronstein takes second. It's called a ball, so the count's going to be 1-2. Marucci's throw on time, just a little behind, pulled the wrap off the bag.
Yeah, it was also a really good slide by Tronstein. I didn't really think he'd get him. It would need to be a tailor-made throw. But still 2 outs.
Tronstein getting a huge lead at second. It's almost halfway to third when that pitch was thrown.
Yeah.
Misses again. So the count's 2-2. Lafitte on deck. So now the ump going to go talk to Coach Ramsey. Not sure what's going on here. He's pointing at home plate. Now talking to Luca Marucci.
Or play ball here. Nothing.
Not quite sure what that was.
Yep. Doesn't matter though.
Can Levy get out of the 4th? Pitch hit high by Goldstein. Bender out and right. Has it. So no runs allowed that inning by Jimmy Levy. Loyola will look to get on the board finally in the bottom of the 4th. We'll have James Delamico leading off. Harvard Westlake 5, Loyola 0. Head to the bottom of the 4th. So bottom of the fourth, can Loyola finally get something going offensively? Only one hit this far. It's by Wyatt Clarity back in the third. It's been a struggle for the Bats.
Yeah, it really has. There's something.
Delamico goes after the first pitch, but it's right to Tronstein. I mean, he barely had to move. Makes the first out.
Hat flew off, though.
Good contact, though, by Delamico. Hit it hard. Just right to Tronstein. So that will bring up Brandon Bendel. One away, as we said, only one base hit to this point for Loyola. 3 base runners, but 2 of those were walks to start the game. Since then, Kirshner been unstoppable up there.
Yeah, they had a little traffic in the first inning, but there was that one mound visit. After he walked Murray and Marucci, he totally composed himself, and he's been great ever since.
So Kirshner quickly ahead 0-2. Already 4 strikeouts today for the Wolverine pitcher. Delivers, but Bendel stays alive. Tronstein shifted all the way to the left part of center field, despite Bendel being a righty.
You mean right?
All the way to right field, yeah. Our left. Spray charts maybe say Bendel goes the other way.
Yeah. They don't want to send me their stats. Come on, man. It's okay.
Yeah, very secretive about the stats, Harvard Westlake.
Jeez, like. Oh, jeez.
0.7 miles away. Pillar of dark smoke rising from the growing furnace.
Looks like there's a fire going on over there in Koreatown. Oh, I see it. Wow. Yeah.
Bendel swings and misses for the second out.
A great pitch there by Kirshner. But look at this fire. I can see it pretty well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're just hearing fire trucks then. Then our producer, Jacob Bowie, told us, oh man, there's a fire right there. That's why the fire trucks are on.
We're going to have another senior pinch hitter here. Robbie Papel won't take this at bat. Instead, it will be trying to find out who that is.
Owen McDonald.
Owen McDonald, yeah. Owen McDonald, a pinch hit for Robbie Papel. McDonald, another senior.
Ooh.
Goes after the first pitch, but misses.
Yeah, prayers up to whoever those involved in the fire.
Nice strike, too. Kirshner, I mean, he's been incredible today.
Yeah, he's been on his A game ever since the first inning. The little hiccup. Oh, he
And
got
he
him.
sends McDonald down in 3 pitches. So through 4 innings, Kirshner 1 hit allowed, no runs, and 6 strikeouts. Loyola are going to have to find a way to get past him if they want a chance of coming back. We head to the top of the 5th. Harvard Westlake 5, Loyola 0. Jimmy Levy's still in the game for Loyola. Jack Lafitte up for Harvard Westlake, the Michigan commit. Loyola looking for a quick inning out of Levy. Try to come back from 5-0 down.
Your Michigan Wolverines. They're looking pretty good for football next year, man. Bryce Underwood.
Yeah. Think we could contend for the playoffs next year.
Definitely, yeah. Especially Ohio State. They had a lot of seniors leaving.
I'd say Texas is probably my pick to win it all next year, though.
Texas.
Arch Manning. Levy's quickly down 3-0.
I think it's either going to be Texas or Penn State. They looked pretty good last year. They have Drew Aller coming back. I think he's my pick to win the Heisman. Ooh, beautiful.
Good pitch from Jimmy right there.
Really don't want to start it off with a leadoff walk. 'Cause that's how rallies are born.
3-1, smoked foul. UCLA should be a fun team to watch next year. Obviously, they got Nico Amaleva transferring in, but they've also got Scott Taylor
Yeah.
going there next year.
Scott Taylor. Really excited for these Loyola seniors. Here in senior night, they're going to be doing some great stuff out in college and in the world.
3-2 from Levy. Swung on and missed. Levy sends down the Michigan commit. He's got his third strikeout already. Fourth strikeout, actually. And Levy's just come in and shut down these Harvard Westlake batters. But Jake Kim, remember back in the third inning, that killer grand slam just kind of killed everything Loyola had going off of Caruso Hall.
Yeah.
2 outs, that hurt.
That was a deflator, to say the least. Maybe you thought, hey, Loyola's got a chance. They're putting some traffic on the bases, but boom, it was done there. And ever since, they haven't been able to pick it back up. Let's see if they can do it the bottom half. See if Levy gets this guy out.
Levy's ahead 0-2 after that foul ball.
Mr. Uy. How many? What pitches? How many pitches?
Good eye there by Kim. This counts 1-2. Looks like this fire has been slightly contained.
Oh, wow, it's gone. Thanks to our first responders.
Kim making Levy work for this out. One, two. You drop it in there.
They got him.
It got him, actually.
Curveball dropped right onto his hand.
So Kim will walk down to first after getting hit by that one, and that will bring up Villegas with 1 away and 1 on.
One interesting about Miguel Villegas, when he pitches, he's actually a submarine pitcher.
Don't see that too often in high school.
Yeah, he comes down from the submarine angle. Really confusing for hitters. They can't track the ball. Obviously, the trade-off is velocity, but can really spook you if you're a hitter, not used to seeing that angle.
Gonna get a pinch runner for Harvard Westlake. Kim is out and into the game. Apologies. Into the game is the freshman Ryan Nestor. be taking over at that DH spot likely.
Nestor trying to add some speed here. Maybe watch for him to steal a base here.
Villegas 1 for 2, struck out, but then also had a single back in the 4th.
Harvard Westlake dugout making some noise now.
Yeah, excited to see the freshman get into the game probably.
Surprised he has long hair out there. Freshman made varsity here at Loyola, they'd immediately buzz his hair. Oh, he's gone.
And Nestor does go. Throw by Marucci. It's a good one. Oh.
Sick.
Nestor just got under that tag, apparently. It was a nice throw by Luca Marucci. Not too sure about the call.
Yeah, really bang bang. Me personally, I thought he got him, but Ump's got the final word.
Yeah, Ump right in front of that. Probably had a better view than us, to be fair.
The freshman picks up a stolen base, though.
Counts 3-0 now to Villegas. And he takes strike 1.
Now you're in run. You got runners in scoring position. Villegas picks up a hit. With his speed, I think the run's coming home.
That misses high. So Jimmy's walked back-to-back batters. And they'll bring up Ira Rootman with 2 on and only 1 out. Now we're going to get a meeting at the mound. This may be it for Jimmy Levy. Jimmy's going to stay in the game. It looks like we got somebody up in the Loyola bullpen. I think that's the senior Tyler Brockermeyer.
Making an appearance here on senior night.
Jimmy will stay in the game for now, though. Face the sophomore Ira Rootman. Rootman doubled back in the 3rd inning. Had that one that squeaked past Wyatt at 3rd. So the first pitch to Rootman misses just high. Rootman takes ball 2.
He's got to just try his best to find the zone here. I know I'm beating on a dead horse here, but walks are free bases. They're like errors, and they start rallies, and teams punish you for them.
Levy's now down 3-0. Rico on deck.
It's like Brockermeyer's trying to get
0
warmed
for
up
2
as
today.
fast as he can.
Yeah, Brockermeyer just went into the bullpen right before that mound meeting was called. So he hasn't been up there too long. 3-0 to Rootman. Called strike 3. Called strike.
Senior.
So Levy in danger of walking a 3rd straight batter after he struck out Lafitte to start the inning.
Oh, there you
Runner goes, and that's a base hit. It's a perfectly executed hit and run from Harvard Westlake, and that's going to steal a run as Nestor comes all the way around to add a 6 for Harvard Westlake. 6-0 here in the top of the 5th. It's an RBI single for Ira Rootman.
Oh,
Sophomore having a good game.
Levy's done.
And that's going to be it for Jimmy Levy. Only a junior, so he'll be back next year.
1 run allowed. Not a bad outing for him, but he's got 2 runners he's charged with right now.
That will bring in the senior Tyler Brockermeyer. One of the few seniors playing here on senior night.
No break. Keep going, no break. You been watching European soccer lately, Luke?
Yeah, Champions League tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, Barca boys going at it. El Blaugrana.
I'm going to go Inter Milan win 2-1 tomorrow.
No. It's not happening. Lewandowski's back for Barca. Left Farron coming off the bench.
Some updates from the MLB. The Dodgers are up 6-0 right now. I mean, it's only the Marlins, so not too impressive.
Hai Sung Kim got his first hit, though. Got his first hit in the majors.
Padres and Yankees are tied 0-0.
I call for a nuclear bomb on wherever that game's played. I hate both teams. San Diego and New York. Team Padres, Team Yankees? No. Team bomb.
So, despite how no matter which way this one goes, both these teams have the Mission League playoffs, have the Southern Section playoffs to look forward to next week.
Yeah.
Harvard Westlake currently the 2 seed, Loyola currently the 3 seed. Crespi already locked up the 1 seed as they won Mission League last year. What a season it was for them.
Yeah, they definitely shocked some people by winning the Mission League. It wasn't. Last year, Loyola swept them in a 3-game set. And I believe you have to fact check me on that. And they swept Loyola right back this year. And Crespi, they're a nationally ranked program. So we'll see how the playoffs play out.
So Levy goes 2 innings pitched, just 1 hit allowed, that single to Rootman, but it was the 3 walks that kind of hurt him.
Here's Rico now. True Rico.
Rico fouls that off. Rockermeyer gets set, delivers, and just misses low.
Brockermeyer so far in league play has 6 innings of work, so I wouldn't say he's a senior night addition. He hasn't allowed a run. He's picked up 5 Ks, 5 walks.
Gets a swing and a miss there. Good pitch from Tyler.
One thing of note, he's allowed 167 of batters on.
Two pitch, and he gets a swing and a miss. Nice pitch there from Brockermeyer, and there's 2 gone in the top of the 5th. So with 2 outs, batter is Price for Harvard Westlake. That one gets away from Marucci. He can't find it. Thought for a second there Villegas was going to try to come home.
Now, you don't want to push it when you're up 6-0.
So Villegas moves up to third. Rootman moves up to second. And a single will likely now score 2 runs instead of 1. Brockermeyer misses high this second pitch of the at-bat. He's quickly behind 0-2. Oh, it's a good block by Brockermeyer.
By Marucci.
By Marucci, yeah. My bad.
Well, you'll have to wait for football season for that.
Yeah. Football team should be good next year. Had a, devastating loss in the playoffs. Thought we had a chance to go all the way this year.
Yeah, I was there, man. Yeah, we were had a chance.
That's a 4-pitch walk. First walk for Brockermeyer. And that will bring up Nate Blum, bottom of the order, so James Tronstein's on deck. Don't really want to let this get to the top of the order.
Yeah, if this gets to the top of the order, this might get out of hand.
So the bases are loaded for Blum. Villegas on third, Rootman on second, and Price on first. Brockermeyer misses low.
Ooh.
Good block by Marucci, saving a run with that stop.
Yeah, he's still struggling to find the zone here.
Brockermeyer bounces another one, so 3-0 with the bases loaded.
Pitch away from walking in a run.
This is not the situation you want to be in. Already 6-0 down. And the leadoff man for Harvard Westlake on deck, who's already homered. Brockermeyer delivers the strike, though. 3-1 count. Needs to get out of this without allowing another run. Already 1 in this inning for Harvard Westlake. And he hits him. So Brockermeyer hits Blum, and that brings in another run. 2nd of the inning, 7th of the game. It's 7-0 Harvard Westlake. As the lineup flips over, and that brings up James Tronstein. 1 for 2 today with that leadoff homer.
7-0. They're just piling on at this point.
Matthew Hoagie warming up now in the bullpen, another senior.
I'm actually in his younger brother, Henry Hoagie's French class. So
Brockermeyer gets a swing and the miss from Tronstein on the first pitch.
Henry's brother was actually on the baseball team last year. Now he's on the golf team.
0-1 misses high with the curveball. That one started pretty high.
Yeah, he was praying that thing wouldn't break back into the zone.
Another good block by Marucci. He's having to work this inning. He's made some nice stops. Brockermeyer delivers and just misses the top left corner. And this is just getting worse and worse for Loyola. 3-1 count now, and another pitch away from walking in a run. Is Clardy going to go talk to his pitcher? Goldstein on deck. Bases are loaded for Harvard Westlake. Already 2 in this inning. A ball away from making it a third. Let's see, can Brockermeyer deliver a strike? The 3-1. And he gets Traunstein to foul it back. So a strike away from getting out of this, but the Harvard Westlake runners will be in motion.
Just looking to get out of this. This is, especially with the runners in motion, you can basically add on 2 more with a base hit.
So the runners go. Traunstein hits it high.
No.
Bender going back at the track. It's gone. Traunstein hits his second home run of the day. It's his second grand slam for Harvard Westlake. And it is 11-0 Harvard Westlake lead in the top of the 5th. Walt Irvine asking what's happening.
Jeez, I don't know. That ball just kept on going and going. That was,
I mean, there's a reason this.
I don't know, man. That it didn't look like he hit it well off the bat, but
just
it
carried.
that short right field porch just.
Bewilderment on the face of Walt Irvine. As
Yeah, I know.
he asks us what's going on. We don't know, Walt. We don't know.
That he's thrown in the. He's in submission right now. He put the glove on the head. That's like 11-0. And now you got the heart of the Harvard Westlake order coming up.
So James Traunstein today, 5 RBIs and 2 home runs. And there's a reason he committed to Stanford as a freshman.
Stanford knows what they're getting, man. Like,
Brockermeyer
I don't know if he's getting
hit
NIL
Goldstein, so he's hit his second batter now. This inning just spiraling out. Is now Harvard Westlake have hit around Lafitte, who started the inning.
He's done.
Will come back up. That's going to be all for Brockermeyer. His last regular season appearance at Hernandez Field. Maybe we'll see him in the playoffs. But another senior will come in to replace him, Matthew Hoagie, who's only made 2 appearances this year but has not allowed a run. So positive there. A strikeout, only 2 walks in an inning and 2/3. I mean, tough situation to be put into, down 11-0 on senior night.
Yep. I should have seen Walt's face. Did we get a camera angle of that? He couldn't believe what was going on. Like full glove on the head.
Yeah, well, when that ball left the bat of Traunstein, I was looking at Davis and right, and I was about to say Davis makes a third out, and he looked like he was getting ready to catch it, and then just kept drifting and drifting
He
and drifting.
ran out of room. That's why
and then hit the wall.
right field's so short. That's why a lefty's dream, but it's a righty's dream too if you can take it the other way, which he did. And now if this were boxing, Loyola would have thrown in the white towel already.
This was a little league game. It would have been over.
Yes.
Mercy rule.
Scoreboards would have been
Yeah.
the scoreboards would have been
Not exactly how you want senior night to go. But they'll get another shot at Harvard Westlake. Head to Studio City later this week.
Yep.
Nice facilities up there.
Well, they'll be in Encino actually. 'cause
That's
their-
true.
Their baseball.
They play their
baseball's off
baseball in
campus.
Encino. The campus of Harvard Westlake is great, though.
Their baseball field is actually really good too. It was actually donated by the O'Malley family that formerly owned the Dodgers. And the Padres. So
Harvard Westlake may be winning this game, but at the end of the day, we have a field and they don't.
they have to pay rent for their field. Yeah, they don't.
So we're back here. Matthew Hoagie into the game for Loyola. He'll face Lafette, who fouls one off.
Sorry to reviewers at home, we won't have a Jay Sizzle camp today. Maybe we'll be back for the playoffs once Toby comes back from, well, wherever he is right now. He didn't tell us. Didn't see him at school today. Texted him on Instagram. He didn't reply. It's fine. Meanwhile, Sam's also off on vacation right now and in Greece. I'm sure it's excused. We're like,
1-1 is blooped in the center. That's going to get down. Walt couldn't get there.
oh,
Almost got him at second. But Lafitte drops one right in between Rapp and Irvon, and that's going to continue this fifth inning. Can't even remember what inning it is. It's been so long. I think we're going to get a pinch hitter here for Harvard Westlake. This was Kim, who then got subbed in for Nestor. We'll try to figure out who that is.
Gideon Evans, first baseman on the mound. He's a senior. No batting glove look, old school. Don't see that very often nowadays. Oh,
It takes ball two.
Loyola, the Harvard Westlake dugout's still pretty loud, considering they're up 11-0.
So since Rico struck out to make the second out of this inning, it's been walk, hit by pitch, grand slam, hit by pitch, single, all with 2 outs.
And that's been the story of the night for Harvard Westlake. They've been
2 grand slams with 2 outs.
Yes.
I mean, that's just
they've
brutal.
been just pushing the envelope, applying pressure, never giving up on an inning, never assuming an inning is over.
Three one. Hoagie gets the swing and a miss. A little senior versus senior battle.
Full count here.
And Evans stays alive.
Fouls that one off to the pleasure of the Harvard Westlake dugout. They're on him right now. They're on its back. That's the fun part of senior night. You put in your bench warmers. Oh,
One's thrown behind Evans. So he works a walk. And once again, the bases are loaded. This time we'll bring up Villegas, who walked earlier in the inning. Harvard Westlake with 6 runs this inning. Pitch from Hoagie. Fouled off by Villegas.
I will go insane if he hits a grand slam right here. I'm not in a good way. Not in a good way, by the way.
That one just missing from
Like,
Hoagie.
Loyola's just trying to get out of it. Like, trying to go home.
1-1 from Hoagie. Misses. So it's 2-1.
We're
Got some action in the Harvard Westlake bullpen. Got Ben Fischler up in the Harvard Westlake bullpen.
You know that guy?
I do know Ben Fischler. Yes.
Really?
Me and Ben Fischler go way back. Another son of Michigan alum.
Really? Y'all are that tight? Hope they put Jackson Alex in the game. Me and his brother Aiden, we go. His little brother Aiden, we've been friends since elementary school. Like, it's nice to see your friends do great things. And
2-2 from Hoagie. Misses high. Wonder if we'll see a few substitutions for the next inning for Loyola. Game kind of out of reach on senior night. Just want everyone to get a chance to play. Maybe we'll see some sophomores even.
yeah, maybe Favela, Alba get a shot.
Smoked foul.
Just keeping this thing alive, dragging it out. No quit in this at bat, even up 11-0.
Yes, hits that one high.
Oh boy.
Bender going back. And he makes the catch of the track. It's over. The 5th inning is over. There's 6 runs. Hoagie finally ends the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Loyola down 11-0. It's the bottom of the 5th here from downtown LA. Davis Bender up. Another senior. He takes ball 1. Davis 0 for 1, grounded out in the 2nd.
He is a sports editor of the Loyalist.
He drives one to left. That's a fair ball. No, never mind.
Come on, Blue.
Just give it to us. It's 11-0.
That's it. No, he wants to go home. That's why. The umpire wants to go home, man. He does not want to stick around. That's why towards the end of the game, sometimes it can be tough to come back because the ump will never give you any of the calls.
We've got an outfield substitution for Harvard Westlake. James Tronstein is out, and Max Warlick is in the game at center field. Tronstein actually is playing second base now. And I believe Blum is out, or maybe playing catcher. I did see them suiting up at catcher.
Yeah, perhaps Blum's at the catcher spot.
But yeah, to repeat, Warlick in at center, Tronstein at second now. Davis swings and misses, and he... No, that was only strike 2.
Hey.
Scoreboard is on.
Who's that? Number 20. Oh, number 20's in left.
That's Brooks Fisher in left for Harvard Westlake. Davis stays alive. So Fisher replaces Price. Kirshner still in the game pitching-wise, still on the mound.
Probably going to ride him out as long as he can just to save arms.
Davis staying alive, putting together a good at-bat. A long at-bat usually can spark a rally. We need a big rally if we want to get back into this game. Through 2. Davis swings and misses. Kirshner sends down another. He's only allowed 1 hit through 4 1/3 inning. So with an out, that will bring up Robbie Rapp. Has not taken an at-bat yet, actually, because Jackson Gasky replaced him in the 2nd. So this is his first plate appearance of the day.
Wow. That was his 2nd inning. This is the first time through the lineup for the 5th inning. 2nd inning. Think about that. That's how good Kirshner's been.
Kirshner is now 7 strikeouts. Got off to a bad start. You know, he walked those first 2, and we were thinking, oh, they've got to him. He's nervous. Had that mound visit, and he's just locked in since 7 strikeouts, only 1 hit. And now ahead 1-2 to Rapp.
$11-0. Incredible. Crooked number.
Rapp drives that up the middle. It's going to get by Tronstein. Tronstein had to go a long way. It was always going to be a tough play. And Rapp gets the 2nd hit of the game for Loyola here in the bottom of the 5th. And that will bring up the only other guy who's gotten hit so far, Wyatt Clardy. Clardy sends that in the center. It's going to get down, though. It was misplayed in center field by Warlick. He took a step back first. Realized it was dropping way in front of him and wasn't able to get there in time. So Loyola 1 out, but they've got back-to-back base hits. Maybe something brewing for them. Wyatt's got his second hit of the game. 2 for 2. We're going to get a pinch hitter here as the lineup turns over. This is Jack Murray's spot, but instead it's going to be Gustav Everly, another senior here being honored on senior night.
No, we dropped all the popcorn.
See what Everly can do. He takes strike 1.
Yeah, he played in top level for quite a bit.
Fouls that off. Good take by Gustav. 1 and 2. Luca Marucci on deck. Wind picking up a little here. Bottom of the 5th, out towards center. Gustav puts that on the ground. Fielded at short. Tronstein throw to first. Pulls him off the bag. It's an error by Tronstein. Coming home is Rapp. It's another bad throw. Rapp's going to score. Everly on his way to second is safe.
Oh, wow.
Look at the hustle from Gustav Everly. And that's going to put Loyola on the board as Wyatt scores from second.
You can cue the
Crazy
circus
play right
music
there.
Cue the circus music. That was a Little League double right there.
It's fielded at short by Goldstein, who flipped to Tronstein. Tronstein playing second where he's normally in center. Just throw is wide, which allowed Everly to get to second and Clardy to score. So it's 11-1. We've chipped into the lead. Luca Marucci up.
No shutout. Shutout is gone. I believe that'll go.
That was actually Rapp that scored, not Clardy.
I believe that'll
Clardy
go
was out on the fielder's choice.
unearned for.
Yeah, error on Tronstein right there. It's fouled off into right.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, almost a tough catch. That was Villegas, who had his back to home plate, almost made the basket catch.
Looked like he had it, in my opinion, but tough play anyway.
Two one misses. So the Cubs finally get into Kirshner here in the 5th. They've strung the other 2 hits. That fielder's choice. Now Marucci ahead in the count. But he takes strike 2, so the count's even. Kirshner a strike away from ending the 5th.
Yeah, it's only the 5th. Jeez Louise.
Two misses. Kirshner, not agreeing with the call, was walking towards the dugout. But he'll have to do it again.
Speaking of the news, we got the Papal Conclave starting tomorrow.
3-2. Fouled away
Wonder who the next
off the field house.
Pope will be. I hope it's the Filipino. Me personally. As a Filipino, personally, that's what I want. But really excited for that. Historic moments. Obviously had a great Pope Francis last.
Yeah,
couple
first
games.
Jesuit Pope.
Yeah,
Historic moment for especially the Loyola community, being a
represented
Jesuit community.
the society, baby.
PA announcer just confirming it is Warlick in center, Tronstein at second. Now mound visit here.
And reminder about Loyola sports: volleyball and lacrosse are both #1 seeds in their respective sports. Sorry, not volleyball, lacrosses. But they're both in the playoffs.
Marucci draws the walk. That'll bring up Walt, who we were talking to earlier. Headed to USC next year.
Yeah, he'll be joining Jack, who's also going with him, and
Augie Lopez, yeah.
Obviously, Loyola has a great relationship with USC. Typically sent a lot of alums there.
Yeah, once again this year, the most seniors of any school from Loyola are going to USC. A lot going to TCU also.
Yeah, really curious as to why there.
We've got Stern at TCU.
Yeah, he's balling there. He's got 2 on him now.
Kirshner misses on that one.
Stick it through these final 2 frames. Got him.
And Irwan strikes out to end the 5th. Loyola do get a run back, though, but they've still got plenty of work to do if they want to challenge Harvard Westlake at the end of this one. 11-1 as we head to the top of the 6th. pinch hitter for the Wolverines to start the sixth. Ira Rootman's out, and it's Asher Bunnan in to play right field and hit. Also for Loyola, Nathan Guerrero's in and right for Davis Bender. And Everly, who we saw pinch hit for Murray, takes over at second for him. And Magnus Meyer also takes over at short as Bunnan drives one in the left. He's got a leadoff single. Magnus Meyer into the game for Robbie Rapp. Those are the substitutions. Pinch hitting now for Rico is the junior Michael Gonzalez. He attacks the first pitch. Nice play by Clardy. It's going to be a tough throw. Oh, what a throw. Look at that from Wyatt Clardy. Despite the scoreline, he's been the bright spot for Loyola today. 2 for 2. He's been making plays like that. That was an absolute laser. So Max Warlick, who came into play center for Tronstein last inning, is now going to pinch hit in the 8th spot. Warlick replaces Fisher, who had replaced Price.
Yeah, a lot of subs getting opportunities with this decided outcome.
Well, one for Brockmeyer, or Hoagie actually is in the game for Loyola right now. Got some action in the Loyola bullpen as well. That's Danny Portillo. Danny Portillo. The lefty. I haven't seen a lefty yet. Oh! Warlick takes a shot to the left shoulder. So Harvard Westlake have runners on first and second. And we're going to get another pinch hitter. Brooks Fisher, who came into the game to play left last inning, is going to take over at the 9 spot. And this is going to be it for Matthew Hoagie. The senior may be leaving Hernandez Field for the last time. It's been a good career for him. I'll bring in Danny Portillo, another senior. All the seniors getting a chance today. He will face Fisher in a moment. We'll step aside for a moment as Portillo warms up.
Cool.
Portillo gets the swing and the miss. Brooks Fisher, the batter. A little lefty-lefty right here. Portillo quickly ahead 0-2. Swing and a miss. Portillo gets the strikeout on his first at bat. But he'll have to face James Tronstein next,
See if he
who's
goes
looking to
for three.
complete the hat trick of home runs.
Yeah.
He's got a solo shot in the first and then that grand slam, which kind of sealed any chance.
Yeah, that was.
Well, had first inning homer and then the fifth inning grand slam.
Yeah, the first one was clearly out of here. Second one just barely got out of here.
He takes strike one. Good pitch there by Portillo. The ice cream truck has arrived. It always
Yep.
does. Oh, that's the bell, not the ice cream truck. Wild pitch moves the runners up 90 feet. Bell really goes for a long time.
Yeah.
Tronstein ahead 3-1 after he takes that ball. Goldstein on deck. 0 for 2 today. Been walked and hit by a pitch, though.
Man, Marlins are making this one interesting. They've cut it down to 3.
Tronstein hits that one high, but it's being the infield caught by Everly. So Loyola got a scoreless inning right there. Thanks to Hoagie and Portillo, will head to the bottom of the 6th.
Times like
11-1. New pitcher for Harvard Westlake is Christian Covell. Kirshner's day is done, but what a day it was for him. 5 innings pitched, only 3 hits allowed, no runs, 8 strikeouts. Loyola hitters had no answer for him. Delamico up now 0 for 2. The strikeout and flyout. No defensive substitutions for Harvard Westlake, same as last inning. Grounds it to third.
Oh,
What a pitch. Looked like it was about to hit Delamico. Just curved right into the zone.
buckled him.
The 1-2. Good take by James.
Oh.
2-2 from Covell. Swung on and missed. Delamico strikes out for the second time today. It's a good pitch by Covell.
Now here's Marcus Chen, the pinch hitter.
So another senior into the game for the Cubs. Marcus Chen, as Enzo mentioned. Be hitting in the 5 spot, playing DH. Takes a ball inside. That one drifts foul.
Your Cardinals are down. Frazier singles. Put Pittsburgh in front.
Whoa. Covell lost control of that one. About 3 feet behind Chen. Makes the count 2-1. So we said before, not the last game of the season for Loyola, just last home game.
Yeah.
They'll play Harvard Westlake again, have a chance for revenge. And Encino, it's Chen. That's a base hit. Marcus Chen on senior night. He's got himself a single. So maybe some life for Loyola to cut into that 10-run lead. Robbie Papel's up.
You want to end it on a high note? This would be a perfect way. Perfect way to end your Loyola career here in Hernandez with a base hit. No better way.
Yeah, got by 2 Division I commits also. Yeah, Lafitte at third and Goldstein at short.
Surprised they're still in the game.
Yeah, they've kept those first 3 batters are the only 3 starters still in the game for Harvard Westlake. Tronstein, Goldstein, and Lafitte. Villegas also. So they've kept the infield.
Well, no.
While
Blum,
Tronstein started in the outfield, moved to the infield.
yeah, Blum was originally the second baseman.
Blum catching now. Papel's ahead 3-0. Don't think that's Davis Bender in the on-deck circle. No, it is. No, never mind. It's Robbie O'Rourke, I think,
Yeah, giving him a shot.
who started this game on the mound. Didn't go how he wanted, but he's got a chance of redemption coming up to hit now as Papel draws the walk.
No, you're.
Oh, not
That was Nathan.
Nathan Guerrero is 16, not 15. Guerrero, we see sometimes come off the bench to play in the outfield. He's a great fielder, so they bring him in for those late inning situations.
Yeah, especially after Propel goes in to close a game in the ninth. Sometimes he gives us a little wave.
So Guerrero takes a strike. It's a big senior class this year for Loyola. About 18 guys will be leaving next year.
Yeah, the amount of seniors.
These guys been here longer than Coach Ramsey.
Yeah. Ramsey, this is his third year.
Yeah.
Came over from Miracosta.
They've been with him his whole career at Loyola, coaching career.
Yeah, Delamico and Urban have been on the varsity team for a long time. They were like some of the young studs that Ramsey was going to be able to work with.
1-2 from Covell. Guerrero sends it the other way. It's a base hit. And they're going to hold Chen at third. Not wanting to take a risk with the big lead.
That was a gun from right field. Is that Warlick?
It was a nice throw by Fisher out and left.
Yeah, he had a good throw.
But good at bat by Guerrero, poking it the other way with 2 strikes. Now the bases are loaded for Magnus Meyer.
Hey, maybe tack on a couple runs here just to make the score a little more respectable.
So bases loaded. Maybe Loyola's not done just yet. Meyer takes strike 1.
Love for them to just maybe cut it 11-3, 11-4.
Make it a little more respectable, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, we only lost them by like 7.
I mean, the 2 grand slams with 2 outs, that's just killer.
Yeah.
Those are outs instead of grand slams. We're looking at a 4-1 ball game.
Yeah.
And the tying run being on first.
Yeah, that would. And you'd still have your starters in the game if you're Loyola too.
Yeah. To be fair, so would Harvard Westlake.
Yeah.
Meyer putting together a good at bat, being patient.
Always better to have your starters in though.
And the 2-2 pitch misses, so the count's loaded. And so are the bases. An RBI opportunity for Magnus Meyer. Wyatt Clarity's on deck, and he's 2 for 2. So could this be a chance for Loyola to get back in the game? Meyer stays alive.
There is some action in the Harvard Westlake bullpen.
Meyer strikes out.
Looks like it is Ben Fischler warming at the bullpen. Over for Harvard Westlake, maybe.
Maybe we'll see him in the 7th.
Yeah.
So Wyatt's up 2 for 2. Hey, he hits a grand slam. Could be back in the game.
Yeah, right. Save opportunity. No, it's not. Still not.
Florida goes after the first one,
No.
but Goldstein's got it. Will flip to Tronstein. Loyola unable to get anything out of that 6th inning. We head to the 7th. Harvard Westlake 11, Loyola 1. Two subs for Loyola. In center field, we've got Luke Ibarra in for Walt Irvine. And catching, we've got the sophomore Matt Favela in the game for Luca Marucci. Finally, we got a sophomore in there.
Yeah, maybe we get Jackson in there. CT, perhaps. I'm really surprised we haven't gotten anything from Nate Avalos, as he was the MVP for JV last year.
Portillo's still in the game. Pitching. Harvard Westlake batter is Goldstein.
I guess the secretive stuff works if you're beating us 11-1. Maybe you have the right to not give up the stats. Don't you think? It'd still be better if they just gave the stats.
Yeah. We're not going to spy on you. We're not going to sell your stats to other teams.
It's in the public web. Like, anybody can find it, right? Like,
Portillo gets a swing and the miss.
like Loyola's stats are online. I don't get why.
Another swing and a miss. That's a check swing. Oh, Guerrero couldn't get it.
Oh, wow.
Diving effort by Guerrero.
That was. Do we have a number 14?
Harvard Westlake bench erupts.
Jeez, I don't know who that was.
We're unsure who that was. We don't have a 14 on our roster they gave us.
Yeah. I mean.
So they gave us an inaccurate roster
Yeah.
and didn't release their stats.
Team manager, maybe?
Maybe. Yeah, we're not seeing a number 14.
Mason Whitestein, maybe?
It could be. He's got 14 and 30. That's probably who it is. Mason Wetstein.
Whoever it was, Harvard Westlake was loving it in the dugout. Oh, there he goes. Whitestein's going.
Throw from Favela, not in time. And Portillo gets the swing and the miss. Eric Tawney in the game, pinch hitting for Harvard Westlake. Not Otani, just Tawney.
Yeah.
Take strike one.
When you need the MVP, but you don't got $700 million hanging out. Ooh.
Good pitch by Portillo, just blew it by him.
You're just trying to hit one all the way to Pasadena with that swing.
Oh two. Couldn't get him to bite. Good block by Favela. So Whitestein leads on second. One away. 1-2 to Portillo. 1-2 from Portillo, and it's caught by Ibarra for the second out.
Oh.
Tawny gave it a nice ride, but it was right to Ibarra. There's 2 away in the top of the 7th.
Oh.
Although it looks like we're going to get a pitching change. Want to get everybody out there. All the seniors. Not sure who's coming in.
Ryan Bonafe, I believe.
A junior, so it's not a senior. It's a junior, Ryan Bonafe. I think all the seniors have touched the field already. So with 2 outs in the 7th, we'll get a pitching change. Runner on second for Harvard Westlake. So Buenefe in the pitch for Loyola. He's just got 1 out to get out of the 7th. Into the game for Harvard Westlake to bat is Massimo Durando.
What a name.
Just rolls off the tongue beautifully.
Yeah, Massimo. Massimo is such an awesome name, dude.
And Durando sends that right to Ibarra. Gave it a good ride. Ibarra, again, not having to move. So we'll head to the bottom of the 7th. We need a miracle if we want to win. Down 10 on senior night. So one final chance
Jeez.
for Loyola.
Mr. Hayes.
One final chance for Loyola. Down 10, but it's not a timed game. You go until you get 3 outs. So you got to get 10 runs before 3 outs, which pretty difficult to do.
It's been done before. It's been done before. That's what I've told my guys. Hey, like, let's put up 10 run, 11 runs.
Dylan Sy, the new pitcher for Harvard Westlake. He'll face Everly.
I know this guy. He played at Cheviot. Well, I don't know, maybe when you were there. But I remember he played at Cheviot for about a couple of years.
And Everly sends that one into right.
It's
That's going to get into the gap.
Not over. It's not over.
Into the cove.
Oh, shoot.
Center fielder having trouble getting it. Everly's on his way to third. Look at the hustle. Gustav Everly. Into that little gap in right.
It's not over. We're coming back.
Triple for Gustav Everly.
Coming back. Let's do it.
Warlick having a tough time picking it up. And could that spark something? Could that just maybe lead to a rally?
Is it going to lead something, or is it Chris Paul?
Who knows? Matt Favela up now, though.
Matt
Sophomore, class of 27. He's got a chance for an RBI here. Just needs to get one to the outfield.
Oh,
What was that? It's got to be a balk.
No, it's not a block.
He glitched.
He stopped up there. It's fine.
Matrix glitched.
Good take by Favela.
Vela usually wears high socks. I find that.
You don't usually see that out of a catcher. It's a thing.
Yeah, I
Maybe,
remember.
maybe he knew he was getting in today.
But I remember the Frost year, he'd always wear high socks. That was his usual thing.
Sophomores quickly ahead 3-0.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Blue. Just let the man take first.
He wants to go home, grab my check.
The best way to respond to that is hit a home run.
Homer. Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
that's an RBI single for Favela.
Oh, yeah, Matt.
Look at Matt. RBI single for Matt
It's not
Favela.
over yet.
Still nobody out.
Where's the pen at?
So Ibarra came into play center last inning for
Give me the
Urban,
pen.
and he'll hit also.
Slide me the pen. Put on the camera. Put the camera here.
Ibarra puts it on the ground, fielded at third, throw it up first by Tronson,
Okay.
not in
That's
time.
okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Oh, come on. You can't see the sign?
Up.
Never quit. Never quit. That's the motto, boys.
Delamico, the only Loyola starter still in the game, other than Clarity, actually,
Homer.
fouls it off. If you only counted runs in the last inning, Loyola would have won this game.
Yeah. I know, right? You know, if you only count the runs, if you only count what the runs that Loyola scored, Loyola won.
Just again, those, on a serious note, though, those grand slams, if both of them were with 2 outs, if those were outs instead of grand slams, it's a 4-2 game right now, and Delamico would have a chance to tie it.
No, no, it would be a 1-run game. 3-2.
What's the?
11 minus 8.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Through.
Let me go. That gets through. Loyola just not going away. Delamico's got his first base hit of the game. Now Marcus Chen will get an at-bat. Could Loyola do it? It's because Harvard Westlake didn't put in Ben Fischler.
I think he's still warming in the pen right now. Maybe we'll put your friend in.
So can Marcus keep this rally going? Takes ball one.
Another base hit makes it 11-3.
Swing and a miss by Chen.
Man, that was a hanging curve.
That was a big swing. He wanted to send that all the way out. Sai gets him to swing and miss again. So the count is 1-2. 2 on, 1 out. And that gets past the catcher.
Go.
Both runners going to move up. Gonzalez not able to stop that. So a chance for 2 more runs if a ball gets past the infield. Chen, stopped at first by Villegas, but it's an RBI ground out. Ibarra comes in to score. Loyola add another. And yeah, without those 2 grand slams with 2 outs,
Tied.
it'd be a tie game. The scoreline not really reflecting the game. I mean, you change those 2 at bats to outs. It's a 3-3 game.
Out.
But no, that's how it goes.
Yeah.
You got to get 3 outs, not 2.
You know, it's crazy. If you don't count the games Loyola lost, they're undefeated. I'm sorry.
Oh my God, that was a great pitch.
So Harvard Westlake, a strike away from getting out, from ending this game, going back to Studio City with a W. Whoa!
Threw at his head. Loyola dug out pretty excited.
Hey, that's Vincent. Is that Romer?
That is Ben Romer up. The 1-2 to Romer. Misses high. The game will go on.
Base hit. Cuts it down. It's 11-4.
Just need 8. Don't let us get 1.
Oh.
Oh! Almost got him. The 3-2. Called strike 3.
Oh, what?
That will do it. Catches the outside corner, and Harvard Westlake are going to take this one 11-3 on senior night. It's the last home game of the regular season here at Hernandez Field.
Been a fun season.
Been a fun season. We got playoffs to look forward to. Not sure if we'll have any games at Hernandez Field. If we do, though, they will be live streamed on YouTube on the John Malloy Broadcast Club YouTube channel. We'll update you on the playoff schedule when it is released. I'm Luke Lapidus with Enzo DeSena, Jacob Uwe on camera, signing off.